Hello everyone. In this lecture we are going to discuss class 9th topic, that is chapter number 4, ratio and proportion. Within it practice set 4.1. So within a practice set 4.1 we have first question: form the following pairs of numbers. Find the reduced form of the ratio of first number to the second number. So that within it first sub question we have 72, 60. So our first number, now we have the ratio of first number to that of second number is 72 divided by 60. Convert it into the least form by using the property of divisibility. We have 12 6 are 72 and 12 5 are 60. So the ratio of first number to that of second number, we have 6 divided by 5. We may write it is of the form 6:5. Now look at the second sub question. We have it is of the form 38, 57. So the ratio of now first number to that of second number, we have 38 divided by 57. Now we well known 19 twos are we have a 38 and 19 threes are we have a 57. So the ratio of first number to that of second number, we have 2 divided by 3, or we may write it is of the form 2:3. Now look at the third sub question, which is of the form we have 52, 78 are the two numbers. So the ratio of first number to that of second number, we have 52 divided by 78. Now we have to convert it is in terms of the least form or the simplest form or the reduced form. So that we have 26 twos are 52 and 26 threes are we have a 78. So the ratio of first number to that of second number, we have a 2 divided by 3, or we may write it is of the form 2:3. Now look at the second question from practice set 4.1. Find the reduced form of the ratio of the first quantity to the second quantity. Within it first sub question we have 700 rupees and 308 rupees. So look at the unit of the given quantities, that is first quantity in terms of rupees, second quantity in terms of rupees, so that we can form now the ratio. Once the units are same, so that we are getting 700 divided by 308. Now use the property of divisibility. Once we are dividing both numerator and denominator by 2, we are getting 352 are we have 700 and 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10, 2 4s are we have a 8. So 154 twos are we have 308. Now both are again divisible by 2, so that once we are dividing numerator and denominator by 2, we will get the ratio is of the form 2 ones are 2, 2 7s are 14 and 2 5s are 10. That means 175 twos are we have 350. Now 2 7s are 14 and again 2 7s are we have a 14. That means 77 twos are we have 154. Now both numerator and denominator are divisible by 7. We have 25 sevens are 175 and 11 sevens are 77. So the reduced form of the given ratio, we have a 25 divided by 11, or you may write it is of the form 25:11. Now look at the second question. We have it is of the form 14 rupees and 12 rupees 40 paise. So now look at the unit, we have rupees, and in case of second quantity we have rupees and paise. So we have to convert either both quantities in the rupees or both quantities in terms of the paise. Now once we well known 1 rupees equals to the 100 paise, so that we are converting here the largest unit in terms of the smallest one, that means rupees in terms of the paise. So that 14 rupees equals to we have a 14 into 100 as a 1400 paise, and 12 rupees 40 paise. Now the 12 rupees becomes we have a 12 into 100 and plus we have the 40 paise. So 1200 plus 40 we have 1240 paise now. Now both are having the same unit. Now try to take the ratio. So ratio of first quantity we have 14 rupees equals to now the 1400 paise. So that 1400 divided by we have the second quantity is 12 rupees and 40 paise means 1240 paise. Now 10 from numerator denominator getting cancelled, we might remain with the 140 divided by 124. Now both numerator and denominator at start both are divisible by 2, 72 za and 62 2 za, we have a 124. Now again both are divisible by 2, 35 2 za we have a 70 and 31 2 za we have a 62. So the ratio of first quantity to that of second quantity we have it is of the form 35 divided by 31, or you may have it is of the form 35 is to 31. Now look at the third sub question from question number second, practice set 4.1. We have 5 liters and 2500 ml. Now look once carefully. Once we are finding the ratio of any two quantities that must having the same unit. So let's check the units. First quantity having the liter, second quantity having the ml, means the milliliter. So everyone well known now 1 liter equals to thousands of milliliter. So that we are converting the largest unit in terms of the smallest one. So that should implies now 5 liters equals to we have 5 into 1000 becomes a 5000 ml. So that we have now the ratio of first quantity is the 5 liter means the 5000 ml divided by we have now the second quantity is of the form 2500 ml. Both are having the same unit now, ml and ml. Keep in mind. Then we can form here the ratio. So the two zeros from numerator denominator getting cancelled. 25 twos are we have now the 50. So the ratio is of the form I am writing 2 divided by 1, or simply you may have a 2, or you may write it is of the form 2 is to 1. Now look at the fourth sub question, which is of the form we have first quantity is 3 years and 4 months and the second quantity is of the form we have 5 years and 8 months. So that now once we are forming the ratio that are having the same units, no matter. So that now we have to convert them either in terms of the months or either in terms of the years. So that we well known 1 year is equals to the 12 month. So that the 3 years becomes 12 threes are we have 36 months. So that 3 years and 4 months we can write it is of the form 3 years means the 36 month and plus we have the 4, that means that is equals to overall we have 40 months. Same thing we have 5 years and 8 months. So that now once a 1 year equals to the 12 months, so the 5 years multiply both side by 5 ultimately. 12 5s are we have a 60 and plus that 8 months, that means we have 5 years and 8 months becomes 68 months. Now both are having the same unit months and months, then we can take the ratio. So ratio of first quantity 3 years and 4 months means we have the 40 months and second quantity 5 years 8 months means we have the 68 months. So that now both are divisible by we have a 4. 4 tens are, then 4 ones are 28. Now we are having the remainder and 4 sevens are we have a 28. So now the ratio is of the form 10 divided by 17, or you may write it is of the form 10 is to 17. Look at the fifth sub question from question number second. 3.8 kg and 1900 gram. So that I am writing here we have a 3.8 in kg and 1900 in gram. So that everyone well known now 1 kg is equals to we have a 1000 of gram. So while forming the ratio both quantities are having the same unit. So try to convert now 3.8 kg in terms of the gram. So Let us try to multiply both sides by 3.8. So that 3.8 into 1000 we are getting 3800, that much gram. Now both quantities are having the same unit, so that we can form the ratio. Ratio of first quantity 3.8 kg means we have 3800 gram, divided by second quantity we have 1900 gram. So that now two zeros from numerator denominator getting cancelled. 19 twos are we have a 38, so that we have 2 divided by 1. So the ratio is of the form 2 divided by 1, or you may write it is of the form 2:1. Now look at the sixth sub question. We have 7 minutes and 20 seconds be the first quantity, and 5 minutes and 6 seconds be the second quantity. Now everyone well known 1 minute equals to we have a 60 seconds. So try to convert minute second in terms of the second, so that we are getting 7 minute means we have a 7 into 60 second, and plus we are getting 20, so that 7 6 are 42, so that 7 into 60 we have 420 plus 20, so that we have now the 7 minute and 20 second is equals to 440 second. Now try to convert the second quantity. We have a 5 minute means 5 into 60 second, and plus we are having 6 second in extra, so that 6 5s are we have 30, so 60 into 5 we have a 300 plus 6 we are getting 5 minute and 6 second is equals to 306 second. Now the both quantity are having the same unit, second and second, so that we can take now the ratio of first quantity. 7 minute and 20 second means we have now the 440 second, divided by 5 minute and 6 second means we have a 306 second. Now both the numerator and denominator divisible by 2, so that we have 222 are 440 and 153 are we have a 306. Now there is a no one common divisor among numerator and denominator, so our ratio is of the form 220 divided by 153, or you may write it is of the form 220:153. Now look at the question number. We have a 3 from practice set 4.1. Express the following percentage as a ratio in the reduced form. So that percentage means any one quantity we have to compare it with 100. That means 75 divided by 100 means we have a 75%. But now we have to convert given percentage, that means 75% is nothing but already we have given 75 divided by 100 in terms of the reduced form. Now both numerator and denominator are divisible by 25. We have 25 3s are 75 and 25 4s are 100, so that the reduced form of the given ratio 75:100 is of the form 3:4. Now look at the second sub question, which is of the form we have actually there are the 44%, means 44:100 is nothing but 44 divided by 100. Now both numerator and denominator are divisible by at start a 2. I am taking 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, that means 22 2s are we have a 44, 2 5s are 10 and 1 0 as it is 52s are we have a 100. Now again 22 and 50 both are divisible by 2, so that 2 11s are 22 and 25 2s are 50. Now there is a no one common divisor in between numerator and denominator, so the 44:100 in terms of the reduced form we have 11:25. Now look at the third sub question. We have given that 6.25% means we have 6.25 divided by 100. Now to convert the decimal in terms of the integer value, look at the decimal point. We have after two places there is a decimal in case of numerator, so that we have to multiply and divide by the given ratio to that of 100. That means 6.25 into 100, we are getting 625.00, means 625, and divided by, now we have 100 into 100. Now we have to convert it is in terms of the least form. So 6.2% equals to 25 25s we have 625, and 25 fours we have 100. Now 25 ones are 25, again we have 25 fours are 100, so that will remain with the, in case of numerator it is 1 only, and in case of denominator we have a 4 into 4. Now 4 fours are 16, so that 6.25% in terms of the reduced form we have 1 upon 16, or you may write 1 is to 16. Now look at the fourth sub question. It is of the form 52 is to 100. That means ultimately we are having here 52%. So the ratio of the given number we have 52 divided by 100. Now both numerator and denominator are divisible by, at start let us take that 2. So that we are having 2 2s are 4, and 2 6 are we have a 12. So that 26 2s are ultimately we have a 52, and 52s are we have 100. Now again both numerator and denominator are divisible by 2. 13 twos are 26, and 25 twos are we have a 50. Now there is a no one common divisor among numerator and denominator, so that the reduced form of the given percentage 52, that means 52 is to 100, we have a 13 divided by 25, or you may write 13 is to 25. Now look at the fifth sub question. We have 0.64 percentage. So 0.64 percentage in terms of ratio we have. Percentage means given quantity we have to compare it with 100. That means here we are getting 0.64 divided by 100. Now to convert this decimal number in terms of the integer value, we have after two places there is a decimal. So that let's try to multiply and divide to the given ratio by 100. We are getting 0.64 into 100 as a 64.00, means we have a 64, and divided by, now we have 100 into 100. Now use the property of divisibility to convert the given ratio in terms of the least form. So that now we have 16 fours are 64, and 25 fours are 100. Now again 4 fours are 16, and 25 fours are we have 100. So that will remain with the 4 in case of numerator, and 25 into 25 in case of denominator. So after all simplifying, we have 4 divided by 25 into 25 means the 25 square, we have 625. So 0.64 percentage in terms of the ratio now we have, or the reduced form of the ratio we have, 4 divided by 625, or you may write 4 is to 625. Now look at the question number 4, practice set 4.1. We have a word problem is of the form 3 persons can build a small house in 8 days. To build the same house in 6 days, how many persons are required? Now be focused, we have given the persons and the number of days to complete the given work, to build a small house like that. Okay, so we have a persons and day distribution is in the given problem. So 3 persons can build the house in 8 days. Now to build the same house, if there are 6 days to required, so how many persons we will required? Okay, so let us assume that whatever be the unknown we are having is in the word problem, let us assume that always a variable. So let x persons will be required to build a house in 6 days. So that now once the number of persons are increases, number of days are reduces, or once the number of persons are reduces, number of days to complete the work is increases. So this is the problem of, I am writing, this problem is for inverse proportionality. So once this problem is for the inverse proportionality, so we can solve it by using multiplication principle. Like that way, 3 persons required to build a house 8 days, so that 3 into 8 equals to x persons required to build a same house in 6 days. Now to evaluate the value of x, shift that 6 from LHS to RHS. 6 is a multiplier. After all shifting, it will become a divisor. Divisor to whom? 8 3s are, we have a 24. So 24 divided by 6 is equals to, we have a x. So therefore x is equals to, we are getting 6 4s are 24. So the value of x is 24. Sorry for that. X is equals to a 4 because 6 4s are, we have a 24. So that I am writing, therefore in case of word problem, our answer must be is in the word form. Keep in mind, therefore x should be replaced by its value as a 4, so that 4 persons will be required to build a house in how many days? 6 days. Now look at the question number 5 from practice set 4.1. Convert the following ratios into the percentage. So keep in mind, while converting any number in terms of percentage, we have to multiply by 100 to the given number, and while converting any percentage in terms of number, ultimately we have to multiply, sorry for that, we have to divide it by 100. Keep in mind, that means ultimately we have to multiply by 1 upon 100. So be focused now. The first sub question we have 15 is to 25. That means the ratio is of the form 15 divided by 25. We have to convert it is in terms of the percentage. So the percent value is given by 15 divided by 25 is equals to, we have 15 divided by 25 into 100. Now everyone well known, 25 ones are 25, 25 fours are 100. Will remain with the 15 into 4. Now 15 fours are, we have a 60. So that 15 divided by 25 is equals to, we have a 60%. Now be focused on the question number sub question second. We have given that 47 is to 50. That means 47 divided by 50. We have to convert the given number in terms of the percentage. So strictly we have to multiply it with 100. So that everyone well known now, 51s are 50, 52s are, we have a 100. So we'll remain with the 47 into 2. So that 47 2s are, we have a 94. So the percent value of 47 is to 50, we have a 94 percentage. Keep the unit of percentage with the 94. Now look at the third sub question. We have, it is of the form 7 divided by 10. Now to convert it in terms of the percentage, we have to multiply it with 100. 10 tens are, we have 100, and 7 tens are, we have now the 70. That means 7 divided by 10 is nothing but, we have 70%. Now look once carefully towards the third sub question. We have 546 divided by 600, and we have to convert it in terms of the percentage. So while converting it in terms of the percentage, we have to multiply it with 100. So that we are getting 100 ones are 100, 100 6 are 600. Now 6 ones are 6, 6 nines are, we have 54, and 6 ones are 6. We have 546 divided by 600 is equals to a 91%. Now look at the fifth sub question. This is the fourth one actually we have, and now the fifth one. Fifth sub question is of the form 7 divided by 16. Now to convert it in terms of the percentage, we have to multiply it with 100. Now 4 fours are, we have a 16, and 25 fours are, we have a 100. Now will remain with the 7 into 25 in case of numerator and 4 in case of denominator. Now 7 divided by 16 is equal to, we have 25 sevens are 175, and divided by 4. So now once we will divide 175 by 4, we are getting 43.75, that much percentage. So 7 divided by 16 is equals to, we have a 43.75 percentage. Now look at the question number 6 from practice set 4.1. We have the ratio of ages of Abha and her mother is 2:5. So that I am writing in case of answer, we have given Abha's age to that of her mother's age is equals to 2:5 means 2 divided by 5. At the time of Abha's birth, her mother's age was 27 years. That should implies, once let us assume that Abha is X years old. Now X years old. So at a time of Abha's birth, that means when Abha is 0 years old, her mother is 27 years old. So we can say that mother is 27 years elder as compared to the Abha. So that we have now, that should implies, we have mother's age is equals to now X years older Abha, so that her mother is X plus 27 years old. Now what data we have given after that? We have to evaluate the present ages of Abha and her mother. So we already assume Abha is X years old now, means present age of Abha is X years old, and the present age of her mother we have X plus 27 years old. So that we have to find ultimately the value of X and X plus 27. So now we have given Abha to that of her mother's age ratio is equals to 2 by 5. So try to use the cross ratio test, shift 5 and X plus 27. So 5 is a divisor, after all shifting it will becomes a multiplier to that of X, and X plus 27 is the divisor, after all shifting it will multiply to that of 2. So this is now the linear equation in one variable. We have variable is X. Now try to distribute that 2 over the bracket, so that we are getting 2x plus 27 2s, we have a 54. Now let us try to collect all variable of X towards LHS. So that now we have 5x minus of 2x is equals to a 54. So that should implies now we have 3x to be equals to a 54. Now to evaluate the value of X, shift 3 from LHS to RHS. 3 is a multiplier, after all shifting it will becomes a divisor to 54. Now 3 ones are 3 and 3 eights are, we have a 24. So X is equals to, now we have a 18 and X be the present age of Abha. So that therefore I am writing present age of Abha is equals to, we have a 18 years. What about her mother's age now? So therefore the present age of her mother is equals to, we have now mother is X plus 27 years old. So that 18 plus 27 is equals to, we have 45 years old. Look at the question number 7 from practice set 4.1. Present ages of Vatsala and Sara are 14 years and 10 years respectively. So that now we have given, I am writing in case of answer, we have a present age of Vatsala to that of Sara. That means we have now in terms of the ratio 14 years old Vatsala and 10 years old Sara. So that 14 divided by 10, there is a divisibility of 2 in between numerator and denominator. 2 sevens are, we have 14 and 5 twos are, we have a 10. So the ratio of present age of Vatsala to that of, we have a Sara is equals to, we have 7 divided by 5. Now after how many years the ratio of their ages will become 5:4. So that let us assume that let after we have X years, whatever we have to find in case of word problem, we have to assume that as a variable. So after X years the ratio of their ages we have or will become 5:4. So that after X years, so nowadays Vatsala is 14 years old. So after X years, I am writing the age of Vatsala. After X years, age of Vatsala equals to, we have a 14 plus X years. Same thing we have for the Sara. After X years, we have age of Sara is equals to, we have a 10 plus X years. Now we have given that the ratio of their ages after X years, that means 14 plus X divided by 10 plus X is equals to 5:4, means say 5 divided by 4. Now we have to evaluate ultimately the value of X here. So try to use the cross ratio test. Shift 4 and 10 plus X respectively from RHS to LHS and LHS to RHS. So after all shifting a 4 is a divisor, it will become a multiplier. Multiplier to whom? To 14 plus X. That is equals to, after all shifting 10 plus X from LHS to RHS, 10 plus X is divisor, so that it will become a multiplier to whom? To a 5. So try to distribute now 4 over the bracket and 5 over the bracket respectively, so that we are getting 14 fours are, we have 56 plus 4 into X as a 4X, that is equals to 5 tens are 50 plus 5 into X as a 5X. Now we have a linear equation in one variable is X. Now look at the coefficients of variable X. 5 is greater than that of 4. So try to collect ultimately all variable of X's towards RHS. So after all shifting 4X from LHS to RHS, it will becomes minus of 4X. And ultimately we have to collect all constants towards LHS. So 56, after all shifting 50 from RHS to LHS, it will becomes minus of 50. So 56 minus 50, we have a 6, that is equals to 5X minus 4X, we have a X. So that I am writing, after we have a X means now the 6 years, we have after 6 years ratio of their ages means what? Vatsala and Sara's age. So their ages will become, is in the ratio, we have 5:4. Now you may verify your answer. Let's add up 6 in 14 and add up 6 in 10. Try to simplify it, convert in given ratio in terms of the least form, so that we are getting 5:4 ultimately. Now look at the question number 8 from practice set 4.1. We have the ratio of present age of Rehana and her mother is 2:7. So that I am writing, in case of answer, we have given Rehana and her mother ages ratio is equals to, we have 2:7 means the 2 by 7. Next to it we have after 2 years. Now I am writing, supposed to be, let we have Rehana is X years old. So that what is the age of her mother? That means the present age of her mother. So that we have Rehana is X years old and her mother, I am writing for mother as it is mother, that is equals to 2 by 7. Now let us take that reciprocal on both sides, so that we are getting mother to that of Rehana is equals to, we have 7 divided by 2. So that should implies now the present age of her mother is equals to, once we will shift the X from LHS to RHS, it will becomes a multiplier to 7. So that we have 7x divided by 2, that much years old. Now look at next one. We have given after 2 years. So that I am writing after 2 years their ages will be. So that Rehana will be, I am writing for the Rehana. Rehana will be, nowadays she is X years old. So after 2 years, X plus 2 years old. Okay, now her mother. Nowadays her mother will be 7x divided by 2 years old. So that after 2 years, she will be 7x divided by 2 plus 2 years old. Now look at the next statement. The ratio of their ages will be 1:3. So after 2 years their ratio is, we have 1:3 means 1 by 3. So that now I am writing here, we have Rehana is x plus 2 years old and 7x divided by plus 2 be the age of her mother after 2 years. That is equals to, we have 1:3 means now 1 by 3. Use the cross ratio test, shift the 3 and 7x by 2 plus 2 from LHS to RHS, RHS to LHS respectively, so that we are getting 3 into x plus 2, that is equals to, we have 1 into 7x by 2 plus 2 is 7x by 2 plus 2. Now let us try to distribute 3 over the bracket, so that we are getting 3x plus 6 is equals to, try to do the cross multiplication over RHS, we have a 7x plus 2 2s are 4 divided by 2. Now let us try to shift that 2 from RHS to LHS, so that we will get 2 into 3x plus 6, that is equals to 7x 4. Now try to distribute 2 over the bracket, so that we are having 3 2s are 6, x as it is, plus 6 2s are, we have a 12, that is equals to, we have a 7x plus 4. Now let us try to compare the coefficients variable x's to our sign convention. We have a 7 is greater than that of 6, so let us try to collect the over RHS and ultimately, so that now we are shifting 6. Now 7x minus of 6x, that is equals to, we have 12 as it is, and after that we have to shift 4 from RHS to LHS, so plus 4 becomes a minus of 4. So 12 minus, we have a 8, that is equals to 7x minus 6x, we have a x. So value of x, we have a 8. Now what is mean by the x? X is nothing but Rehana's today's age. That means we are having present age is equals to 8 years. Hence we have here our practice set 4.1. Thank you.